Hi, and welcome to this episode of JFWA Academy News. I'm your host, Shayla Pointer. Today, for our Shining Knights interview, we have Dustin Ford. So Dustin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 17 years old, I'm a musician, and I go to JFWA Academy as a senior.
How has your experience been at the Academy?
Oh man, there's just so much there that happens. It's been such a great experience. Friends, teachers, it's just such a welcoming place.
How does the Academy differ from other schools?
I would say the Academy, with its smaller size, you're able to be more hands-on with your peers and your teachers, and that just opens up the environment to be much better and more welcoming.
So you said that you were a musician. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, that's a long time. That spans over a long course of time. I started when I was about 8, 6, I'm not sure, but I started with the choir, and then it just sort of grew to learning instruments, to singing while playing the instruments, and just growing to what it is today.
So tell us about some of the awards or honors that you've received through music.
Well, there is an organization which I'm a part of, and they have a competition every year on the national level that spans from the United States, Canada, sometimes even Europe. And for their country section, I have won first place in my age category for vocals and instrumentalist.
Wow. Anything else?
I've also done the same for the gospel portion, but not as many times as the country.
So how did your interest in music develop?
I would say that it started whenever I'd heard my grandmother playing the guitar for the first time and my mother playing the piano. Just hearing the sounds coming from those instruments was just phenomenal.
So does music, is it something that runs in your family, or?
Well, it's not a major thing in our family. I would say the only musician really is my grandmother. My mother just picks around on the piano sometimes, but it really influenced me.
So what instruments do you play?
Oh man, there's the main one, which is guitar. There's banjo, mandolin, piano, a little bit of violin, and I'm trying to think of others, but that's about it.
Who has your biggest influence been in music?
Oh man, probably Eric Baker. He's a musician out of Knoxville, and just his songwriting and his music style is something I long to have.
So you said you were a senior at the Academy. What are your plans for after high school?
Well, after high school, I plan to go to college, and I plan to major in history education and minor in music education.
So would a career in music be something that you're interested in?
Oh, I would love to have a career in music, but you always have to have that fallback plan.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us, Dustin.
And thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for our Knights Camera Action segment after the break.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Welcome to Knott's Camera Action, our sports segment for J. Frank White Academy. I'm Dakita Williams, and today I'm going to interview the girls basketball coach, Dan Piercy. Dan, thank you so much for letting me interview you today and take time out of your day to be here.
Thanks for having me.
So, why do you coach?
Well, I've always enjoyed spending time with kids. Basketball's been a huge part of my life. I've also coached other sports besides basketball. I started off coaching girls softball when the girls were little, and so it's just been a huge part of my life. Basketball started for me when I was a young guy, and then came all the way up through high school and then into college. And then after that, I just realized I wanted to give back to the community, to the kids in the area. We moved to Claiborne County back in 2004, and I realized that there weren't a lot of people that were willing to work with youth athletes. So it just started there, and it went from rec leagues, upward basketball, through middle school basketball, now to high school basketball.
So, how do you think the girls' team's doing this season compared to last season?
Well, I'm very proud of the girls from last season and every year before that. This year is a little different than the past. We've got 13 young ladies playing basketball. We have a chance to break the record for a third year in a row on wins. And we're started off with we're 5-1 right now. We're very excited about that part of it. Obviously, we have a long ways to go, and we have a lot of things that we need to accomplish. Most everybody's working very hard, and I think everybody has the same mentality of being a winning team and a winning program here for J. Frank White. And in conjunction with the first tournament we won this year to start the season to where we are right now, I'm very pleased.
So, how do you deal with multi-sport athletes on your team? Because I know some girls play soccer and run cross country.
Well, that makes it a little tougher on me as a coach because we go back and forth between having all the team, some of the team, none of the team. It was a unique fall break or fall part of the season because of the almost all of our athletes were playing another sport besides basketball. So it made it a little tough, but the coaches here are great, letting me have some of my practice times even though they're in season. So we just make it work, and we've got great athletes here, so I just make it work.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to let me interview you today for our show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching our interview with Dan Piercy.
Stay tuned for Nightlife after the break.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic.
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Welcome to our Nightlife segment. I'm Shayla Pointer.
And I'm Elizabeth Melton.
On December 7th, the J. Frank White Academy Orchestra and General Music class had an opportunity to demonstrate their skills at their winter concert. A performance was held during the school day for fellow classmates, followed by a performance in the evening for friends and family.
The J. Frank White Academy Orchestra is comprised of more than 30 students playing instruments such as the violin, cello, flute, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, bass, piano, and various percussion instruments. The general music class performed on recorders and sang. Let's see some of the highlights.
Among the many renditions of both traditional and popular compositions was an original piece written and performed by JFWA orchestra student Caleb Daniels. The title of his piano solo is Mood Swings. Please enjoy.
A beautiful original work by a very talented young man.
The J. Frank Watt Academy Beta Induction Ceremony was held this past Monday at the Lincoln Memorial Museum. New members were sworn in for primary beta grades 4 through 5, junior beta grades 6 through 8, and senior beta grades 9 through 12. Officers and other members assisted in the ceremony and welcomed new members. The J. Frank Watt Academy Beta Club recognizes academic achievement and promotes leadership and character building through service to others.
Winter is coming, let it snow. J. Frank Watt Academy students, record your winter weather fun and submit your videos to the broadcast journalism class for our Not Left segment. J. Frank Watt Academy News wants to share students' best snow people, snow castles, snow dragons, and snow knots. Thank you for joining us. Please tune in next week for the J. Frank Watt Academy Christmas special.